What you're looking at is a hulking hunk of metal, humanity's first computer. Don't be fooled by its bulky frame and tangled wires. This machine was the very reason World War II ended 2 years early. That time saved meant approximately 14 million lives. Back then, the Germans had a device called the Enigma machine, hailed as the greatest encryption device in history. It had 5 rotors and 10 plug boards, capable of generating an astronomical 15 quadrillion possible encryption combinations. That's not billion, that's quadrillion. The German military used it for nearly all their communications. The encryption was so mind-boggling that at the time, Allied codebreakers using nothing more than pen and paper, even working in teams of 10 non-stop, would have needed about 20 million years to crack a single day's worth of code. And to make things worse, the Germans changed the machine's settings every night at midnight. So if the Allies hadn't broken the code by then, the entire day's effort was a wash. Britain intercepted its first transmission every morning at 6 a.m., which meant they had just 18 hours each day to crack the code. But what made things downright insane was that many of the German orders, especially attack commands, were carried out just 20 minutes after being sent. That left the Allies with, realistically, only 20 minutes to decode them. Shrinking a 20 million year task into 20 minutes? That sounded like pure fantasy. Empowered by their confidence in the Enigma machine, the Germans passed information back and forth with total impunity, pushing their war machine across all of Europe. To counter that and turn the tide of war, Britain called upon its best minds. Among them was a brilliant mathematician and Cambridge graduate named Alan Matheson Turing. If you're a programmer, you definitely know who he is. If not, you've still used a computer, because Turing's concept of the Turing machine laid the theoretical foundation for modern computing. Today, he's remembered as the father of both computer science and artificial intelligence. Even though the team was packed with geniuses, reducing a workload of 20 million years to just 20 minutes still seemed like a joke. While the others focused on deciphering the code manually, Turing stood apart, focusing on building a machine. His view was simple. Enigma was a machine, and only another machine could beat it. Other brilliant minds mocked him for this outlandish idea, calling it absurd or nonsensical. But Turing didn't care. He stood firm. He knew that sometimes the very people society writes off as useless are the ones who end up changing the world in ways no one dared imagine. After drafting his design, Turing approached his commanding officer and asked for £100,000 to build what would become the Turing machine. The officer flat out rejected the request, but Turing, unfazed, stood his ground and said,
Who is your commanding officer?
Winston Churchill, number 10 Downing Street, London SW1. You have a problem with my decision, you can take it up with him.